Hello, everybody out there in Facebook land, TikTok world, everywhere. There's going to be a clip of this going live, and just a clip in general. How are you all doing out there? Seriously, how is life treating you guys these days? We are what 5 days into the new month, and hopefully it's treating you guys well. I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson, and we talk about horror movies, sci-fi movies, comic books, comic book artwork, comic book movies. We talk about my artwork, which you're seeing right here on this shirt, and we talk about my comic book stuff as well. Been getting in a lot of new product stuff in. Got some new toys for my truck to put in because it's needed it. Um, and then I'm going to get started on putting those items on soon enough. Um, let's see. Shirts went out. Got some new shirts in. I'm getting some more shirts in probably today or tomorrow. So if I get them in today, we'll talk about them on the next show, which will be awesome. So you get to see some more cool T-shirts in production. Directly behind me right now is one of my newest ones, and if you want one of those, hit me up uh, on TikTok. But it's right here. Not friendly. Don't touch. I may hurt your feelings too. There you go. That's our newest shirt available out there right now. So, which is also on TikTok as well. So, there you go with that note. Let's see. So we did get my new calendar in now that we're 6 months into the new year. You know, the whole time frame is out the window for the calendar. It took me forever to get one in. Tried ordering one in January, but they were like, "No, we're out of them. Sorry." So I did end up finding one. Finally, this actually came from somewhere way up north, so not even, you know, even close to where um this team is from. But it is my 2026 wall calendar right there for the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, George Pickens was the MVP for the Pro Bowl, even though the Pro Bowl really isn't anything anymore like it used to be. I can remember when the Pro Bowl, you still used to be able to hit people. Now they're turning it into flag football, which is their, I guess, going to be in the Olympics or whatever in 2028. So everybody's getting prepped for flag football in the Olympics. Yay. Goes right along with water polo in the Olympics, you know? But anyway. All right, some of the new equipment that we have gotten in. This was the old microphone. You see how thin it is, and it does hook to your phone. Via this right here, the receiver. Right here, right here. Well, we've upgraded. We're using this little guy. See the difference? Bum, bum, bum. But this is the one we're using now, which is hooked right here on the microphone stand. And it's got a lot more features to it. Plus, it's got a magnetic head right here, so you can take this off if you're not around wind, like if you're inside of a building that doesn't have a lot of airflow and stuff like that. You don't need the wind buffer piece on it. But you got all kinds of different things on here. I haven't learned about all of it yet, but I will. That's what an instruction book is for. Why do we read instructions? We don't. We're guys. We don't read instructions. We just do. I got a few more cat balls in as well, so that we can display in multiple places instead of just one place at a time. Whenever we do our ghost hunting adventures and things of that nature, so we did get quite a few of these in, and we did get finally a good spirit box in with the Estes method. If you don't know what the Estes method is for ghost hunting, you have noise canceling headphones on, you got a blindfold on, and you got your spirit box. Don't forget to like, share, and follow when you get here. That helps us out. And so you sit in the dark with this contraption on, and you listen to a spirit box, which scans channels out there, and you're asking it questions, not the box, but you're just asking the spirits in general questions. And specific words will come up on the spirit box as it's scanning channels. Now it's scanning FM and AM channels, on a loop. It's just running so fast that, if any words do pop up, hopefully they're in correlation with what you are asking at the time. Now, sometimes the answer is delayed, so you just have to be patient with it. Now, where I did get this was the ghost stop right there. And it did take a hot minute to get here, but doing the Estes method was cheaper than just buying the spirit box by itself. So I went ahead and just shelled out a little bit extra money for the whole system. And you get a cool keychain. Dun, dun, dun. Right there. Cool little keychain to go with it. It does say Ghost Stop on the back. And Ghost Hunter as well. Right there. Bum, bum, bum. For those that are interested. It looks like it's got a film over the top, but I guess that's just their printing method of this coin, or this, well, it is a coin, but this keychain. Very well done keychain. Embossed lettering. Plus raised lettering. And then, of course, the little ghosty on the front. So, very cool. Very cool. But yeah, it looks like a cheap old little box, but it does a lot better than this one, which is basically the same thing. Only this one actually has a scan feature right here. You push that little button and it starts to scan. Whereas this one does not have that scan feature. It does have scan feature, but it stops at each one. It does not continuously scan like this one does. So if you're going to get one, this is the, not steer you wrong on it. S-Box 2 FM AM frequency sweep radio. So 3 watts with input of 5 volts to 500 mAh. But you can also go to ghoststop.com and they'll teach you how to use this little guy. But like I said, this one, same features, same look. It's actually a little bigger than this one, just by a hair. It is a touch higher than this one, thicker than this one. But this one does not do what this one does, which I was disappointed whenever we came in the kit. Because I bought a whole kit specifically for the spirit box itself. But it does not have what I want, the scan feature on it that I want. Now this one, again, does all the exact same things, because basically these are just radios is all they are. But this one, again, scans continuously through every channel. And if you don't know what that means, I'm about to show you. So we've got it on. It just came on. But that's what it does whenever you're scanning through channels and listening for specific keywords when you're asking questions through the Estes method. Because again, the Estes method is you are isolated by yourself. The person that is asking the questions is in another section, to where if you do happen to hear through the noise canceling headphones, you're not hearing their voice if they're around the corner or somewhere else in the location that you're ghost hunting in. So, all that good stuff. All right, so artwork has gone out the door. This piece of artwork is coming along quite nicely. It's a memorial piece right here for a friend of mine who passed away. Her boss is commissioning this Stitch in witch gear, basically, witch's hat and a broom. Right back here. But that's our latest piece on the table right now. I do have 4 other paintings over here that I'm going to get into, as well as a big old 18 by 24 commission. So be watching for this one soon. This is Vampirella. She's going to have some bat wings and all that good stuff right there. But Vampirella right there. And then I've got Magic done up in a Patrick Nagel style. So this one's going to be fun. It's a big 16 by 20 as well. And then I'm about to get a lot of orders in, from what I'm understanding. I'm going to be doing a book signing as well, here in Ozark, Arkansas, in, I believe it is March, and I'll get all the information out on my page as well for that. But it's the book that I did the cover for, and they are doing their first book signing at a I want to say convention center, but it's not a convention center. It's the what is it called? Bum bum bum. Give me just a second, and I'll tell you. Let's do it over here. Hey! Knock it off. Sorry. Dogs. Dogs, man. Dogs. Where are you at? Dexter, quit. All right. Let's see here. I don't know what's got him riled up. It could have been me this morning. Dexter, knock it off. Where are you at? There you are. Let's go to his page, shall we? All right, get out of there. Where you at? All right, it's a potluck book signing at March 8th at 2 to 4 p.m. at the Ozark Community Center. There we go. And that's in Ozark, Arkansas. And there's going to be books available and signings happening. And I'll be there as well to help sign the book, since I did the cover artwork for it. Now, this is going to be turning into a large project, as he's looking at 10 books. That means 10 different covers, as well as some interior work as well, for monster descriptions and things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. I'm still waiting for the other books to happen. Um, with the kids book that I did a while back for a friend of mine, Larry Donald, who is a professional boxer, and he's telling his story, his life story, through a kid's book of his boxing career. So I'm looking forward to that one. That one's supposed to be on Amazon, but I'm gonna have to go look to see if it's there. And I'm supposed to be getting comp books as well for that as well, since I did the front and back cover to that one. He's doing it as a chapter book first. I don't know when he's actually releasing it, but I'll be getting in touch with him again, because it's been a hot minute since that has since we've done that work. So I'm gonna reshare this to my page out there and go from there. So if you want, if you're in the Ozark area, in the Arkansas area, you can come out and check us out in Ozark, Arkansas. The girlfriend will be there too. She'll probably be looking around at the other stuff. I don't know what she'll be doing, but you never know what all is going to happen out there. So, and as I'm flipping through Facebook, I'm so disturbed by everybody using the whole AI bullshit out there to do that AI picture of themselves, and it's just like, I will not be jumping on that bandwagon. I'm so sorry. But yeah, if you're into that AI bullshit, congratulations, you suck. We do real artwork, yeah, all hand drawn, original artwork, no AI bullshit. And I'm happy to see more, and just a new one popped up, and it's a big one for a comic book convention, uh, or just a convention in general, uh, are dealing with AI generated artwork, you know, and they are canceling anybody that has it. So if you use AI generated artwork and you try to go to a comic book convention, just know most likely you're going to be denied access to the event. Now you can go as a customer, but you won't be going as a artist or whatever else. Uh, like I'm seeing where you can take and put your voice into a computer and it will do the rest for your voice acting career. And it's just like, um, well, yeah, what happens though when you get, um, and it's like, okay, do the voice for us, you know, while you're at the show. And they're like, oh, I can't, I've got laryngitis or whatever. My voice, I've got an issue with my voice. No, it's because AI did your voice and you suck. So, congratulations for stealing a human's spot out there who can do the voice and you can't, you know, those type situations. And so do your own work. Don't let AI do your shit for you because AI is not the greatest. Now, detecting certain things in, uh, you know, cancer and stuff like that, I'm all for it. Sending out your emails, go for it. You know, if you're too busy to write your own emails for your own, you know, stuff. But, you know, do your own work. If you're learning how to use a system, I'm cool with it. But if you're having it do everything for you, what good is that doing you? Key prompting in and things of that nature. You know, that's not artwork. Sorry, it's not. But yeah, don't forget Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Another overpriced holiday uh, to show one day a year that you love the person that you're with. So, so yeah, I am against AI. If you can't tell. All right, did get like I said, got some new toys in for my truck. Got some new headlamps, both sides right there. Those are pretty. Look at them. They got the LED working lights on the inside right here, all shiny and new. They'll be fun to put in. I'm hoping they actually fit. They look like they're the right style. They say they'll fit my truck. We'll see. Good morning from Houston. Humble Bumble. What up, man? You're not in Chi Town with everybody else? They didn't let you go on the trip, or what? Or is that where the trip is in Houston? Oh, because you guys are on, what is this one? Year Begin? YBM? So you're in Houston. It's an okay little town. It's an okay little town. I guess Chi Town is not where you guys were going this time. That's where, uh, oh crap, Freddie was at. That was one of his stops, I guess. One of his layovers was in Chi Town, Chicago, Chicago, and he had a chance to go visit some spots inside there. So how's it going for you guys out there? How many days have you been there now? Being part of the opening crew out there. First night? Okay, cool. Very awesome. And then Roy is on the wrong side of the platform because if he knows anything, we're live right now and here till the 15th. Very cool. I mean, that's the only part I actually miss about not working there is all the events and getting to meet up with all the friends from the the other stores. But other than that, I don't miss it. I don't miss the shit that the big target that they painted on my back and all that good stuff. You know. So don't forget to like, share, and follow as you get here. But yeah, no, I'm glad you guys are having fun and are still getting to go to the meetings because they started screwing me over at the end before I turned in my letter of resignation and said, "Here you go. Here's my stuff. I'm out on my own terms. Peace out." I know a lot of people said that I ended up getting fired, and I heard all kinds of nice little rumors about me after the fact. You know, because I still had friends that still worked there, and you know, and it was just quite humorous to hear some of the stuff that came out. You know, that I supposedly did and got fired for. But it's all good. It's all good. Now, as far as the company as a whole, not the greatest place to work for, uh, because they really don't value their associates. Well, I try to be. I'm not. I'm not a saint by any stretch of the imagination. And ask my two ex-wives; they weren't saints either, even though they project themselves as such. Um, especially my latest. Well, I can't say my latest one because they're both. Because like my first ex-wife is a pastor now, and she was the one that was re-engaged before the divorce papers even dropped on the table anywhere. You know, but I was the bad guy because she was the one talking to a guy online that she knew from high school. But anyway, uh, no, see, I would now had I had all my gear that I've got now, I'd be setting up my hotel room, you know, and stuff like that, to where I'd be, you know, recording while I was gone for any ghost stuff because I know some of the places that we stayed at were haunted, you know, absolutely, and they could, and how could they not be? Just because of the cities that we were in and stuff like that. So you guys are already at work this morning, so you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs right now as it goes for the first X amount of days of the event. But you got to stay on your toes. Make sure you stand up for everybody that comes by on their little walking tours. Don't get caught sitting down and napping. Is that still the rules? Stand up whenever they come close. Make it look like you're doing something. Actively scanning your area. So, oh, that's the stuff I miss. No, you don't have to do that anymore. Good morning, Casey. Welcome to the broadcast. Talking with a friend of mine, Mr. Humble Bumble. He does a lot of cute videos out there with his cute self in it. Um, and he's at work right now at the YBM for Walmart. One of the fellers I met via Walmart side, and he's a good egg. He's commissioned a lot of artwork. TikTok, LMAO, absolutely. And in some aspects of it, it does get iffy with some things on TikTok because, like, I get restrictions for talking about this stuff right here, my own artwork. Uh, but if I throw in TikTok shop in there, all that good stuff, which you can't find me there, but if I throw it in there, I don't get a violation or restriction for the day, which is a plus because this can go out to a larger audience at a regular time. And but if I do get that violation, then it limits my viewing audience to those that know me, those type things. So yeah, it's a love hate relationship with TikTok, absolutely. And now that everybody's up in arms about it having a U.S. presence now, is the app going to change? Is it going to change its name? Is Oracle going to take over and take all of everything? Do you know how many companies have all of everything that you've got? Gonna have another commission for after my daughter gets married. Very cool. Awesome. Well, you better start thinking of it now and get me the info. Not saying that I'm swamped or anything like that, but I do have, I do get commissions coming in. I'm getting ready to get another one from a work friend of the girlfriend's, who's wanting a piece done for her dad, a big piece. Don't know how big of a big piece yet. So, um, but she's also getting one of our hoodies right here. This is the shirt, but we also have hoodies available of this one. I'm just letting you guys read it. And if you want one, let me know via the TikTok shop. I will let you know here in about a month. Okay, cool. Sounds like a plan, man. But if you want it for that centerpiece of the wedding, you better get it before the wedding. Oh, just running through Facebook to see if there's anything cool out there that's happening, and it's all the same shit. And it's just like, it's all the same stuff. I mean, it's this, that, political, whatever. And then the cool stuff is my friend's artwork that I see on a regular basis and all that good stuff. And, I'm not into the whole politics bullshit. I have my opinion, you have yours. So that's why we don't talk about politics and or um, religion around here because once you talk about those two subjects, everybody loses their damn mind. It doesn't matter because no one's opinion is right according to your opinion, you know. So, but it is what it is, and that's why we don't talk about it. We talk about cool stuff. And then if Roy would make his appearance over here, instead of trying to talk to me on Facebook, so which he should know that I'm live right now. Uh, oh, there goes my paint. Let's see if we can't. Let's see if we can't get him over to the TikTok side of the world. Since he was active 5 minutes ago over there, trying to get my attention. And so we'll see if he makes a live appearance over here. So, how's everybody doing out there in the world. I can't just say TikTok because I'm not live. I'm recording right now because I've stopped doing my whole live stream on Facebook right now because it doesn't always jive. And so workouts have been going great. Been enjoying those. Much appreciated for the love and the gifts. The footballs being sent. I decided to throw the football since, stupid bowls coming up. Uh, this weekend, is that right? I think. I've mixed feelings if I'm even watching it or not since Dallas isn't in there. But, I'll probably throw it on for a hot minute, probably in the second half or something. I don't know. I got other things to do in life than not watch my team perform in the stupid bowl, those type of things. So, you guys should be able to watch it at one of the venues down there in Houston, and you guys should be able to have some fun out there with it. There it is. Your live is not eligible for recommendation as restricted in search results because it redirects users to purchase products outside. You're so full of shit. Appeal. Appeal in progress. See, I knew it was going to hit me. Last one I watched was Super Bowl 19. Holy shit, dude. That's like 700 years ago. I mean, that's like one of the first Super Bowls out there. 800 years ago, dude. I mean, literally the last one I watched was oh, several years ago because we had a stupid bowl party at the church that I was attending and a member of. And yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention to it. You know, had it up on the big screens in uh, in the church. You know, so and of course they turned the halftime show off and all that stuff because they didn't want to listen to the lyrics of them secular songs that they're now singing in church. You know, Madonna, thank you, just like a prayer at the mega churches. If they only knew what the song was really about when she's down on her knees. The Catholic priests know what they're talking about. Sorry, that's a religious thing. Sorry. Oh, I kill myself sometimes. All right, so hey, Alan, you're gonna make enough money to buy both of these while you're down there. You need them both in your house. That's what you need. Push the pops in my or Pope is mine. Yes, right here. This is what you need, Alan. You need this in your life. They're both ready. They'll get sealed and they'll get signed and sealed for whoever buys them up. But they is ready. And then my most controversial to date is this one that I'm going to be finishing. Oh, oh, oh. My 16 by 20 right here of oh, I'm the Marble Jesus. Everybody got up in arms about this one because he's crucified to an M with his own swords. You know, and I got a lot of backlash on this one from the religious community and just people in general that didn't like the artwork because it was too subjective. And it's just like, dude, have a sense of humor. Life is too serious as it is to be a dick about artwork. And it's like, just don't take life so serious. You know, people do that too much as it is. I mean, just fucking go through Facebook, go through TikTok. People take life way too serious. Yes, there's serious stuff happening in the world. I totally understand. I'm not immune to it. Okay. Appeal not approved. Yeah, fuck you, TikTok. So we'll talk about order my artwork for those of you that are sitting here. Go order my artwork from me. Hit me up in a DM and get my artwork right there. And the next live, I'll have a different shirt on and we'll talk about that. Right now, my restriction is for today only. But if I keep violating their system, I will be booted for, get my lives restricted for X amount of days and blah, blah, blah. As you can see, I'm really worried about it. So I'll be going back to the gym again today. It's an all body workout when it comes to the gym. Much appreciated for the likes, the shares, and the gifts out there. Those are very helpful. Any gift that comes through here I don't get much from the meta side of it all. From the payout. So this is like the 10 footballs right there is like 15 cents or something like that. But anyway, all that money goes back into the printing process so that you can get wearables like this or paintings and things like that available. Now, in these Aussie pieces, I do have 16 by 20 canvas prints available. I have t-shirts, I've got hoodies, I've got other wearables, I've got other wall decor and stuff like that available as well. So just know that you can get it in many different forms, fashions, or another. So if you need a coffee mug with Aussie on it, let me know. We can do that as well. So that way, as you're drinking your coffee, you can remember Crazy Train or Crazy Babies or a lot of different crazy stuff that he sang about. Or you can put him in conjunction with Lita Ford and Close Your Eyes Forever. One of the greatest ballads out there from Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne. They were a great tandem duo to sing that song. It was very awesome, very powerful as well. Loved that song. My second ex-wife, who I knew in high school, I tried to get her to perform that at the talent show, and she turned me down because I would have been playing the part of Ozzy Osbourne in the Black Duster. Of course, red hair. I mean, he does have reddish brown hair, so you know. But she turned me down, and so I didn't do anything for the talent show. So it was quite sad, and I went home and whatever. I didn't cry over spilt milk. She didn't like me in high school anyway, so it didn't really matter. I was not her type in high school. I wasn't a jock, and I wasn't 5'2". Um, oh lordy, yeah, I didn't have muscles and stuff like that in high school, and it's quite humorous to see it now as she fell uh, for my physique after high school, and it's quite humorous now to look back on it all. It was, yeah, it is what it is. Oh. So, Alan, did you do anything cool the first night you were there? When you got into town, did you go visit the sites? Did you go look around? Did you get you an Uber? I mean, I know you got some local nationals down there that do have cars and take people around. Just like whenever people were here in Arkansas, we drove people around in our cars since we had our vehicles here, and there's a lot of us, in the Arkansas area. Of course, those that drove down from Missouri and Kansas and stuff like that as well, or some close areas. So I don't know if you guys did anything cool your first night once you arrived in town, unless you were just too jet lagged and had to go lay down and take a nap. So how's everybody doing? Seriously, I know we've got Casey who's here. Send out good vibes to him, 100%. He needs them, and I hate when people hurt, and that's uh, oh, trust me, TikTok, AI settings will get attention. That means they'll get their fucking ass turned off because we don't use AI around here. I don't even have it turned on my phone. So, so there you go, TikTok. I ain't using AI shit. Um, and it's just like I talked about on Facebook. Everybody's going to those AI avatar picture things and shit, and it's just like, just get over it, okay? Number one, because it's already stupidity in action, and it's just like I get so sick and tired of looking at all the bullshit that I see out there, and it's just like to each their own. Everybody's got their own opinions on everything, and if you love AI, that's on you. And sorry, I've got to see if that'll go up through there or not. I know you're going to be okay, Casey, but still, people can send good vibes your way. Whatever vibes they do, the prayers, the universe, whichever, because they're all going to reach you, and I know you're going to be okay, but you know I know what it's like being down and out, and especially from pains and aches and things like that. Like when I took that fall on the ice, like an old codger who didn't have his walker with him. You know, I still got a big old bruise going down right here, where the line goes down the middle, and then you know, like I said, I'm surprised that this didn't bruise up over here at the time. That little spot right there. I'm surprised it didn't bruise up, but and I'm surprised my hand didn't bruise up because I hit everything on the way down on this side. You know, like I said, my jaw hurt for 3 days afterwards, and I didn't hit my head. That's just how hard I hit the ground. you know. So, but before you got here, we were showing off our new equipment right here. This is our new microphone, which is sitting right here, which as this is the old one, so you can see the difference already. The difference in size right there. This one has a lot more capabilities and functions to it that I haven't learned yet, but I'm going to. Um, and this one, I mean, this one was great. It did its job. It did what it was supposed to do. But this is just the new upgrade style. And we've got some new ghost hunting equipment in. More cat balls. I think I picked up 6 or 8 more cat balls to go with the two that I already had that came in the kit. Picked up a Estes Method kit. If you don't know what that is, it is a kit that lets you sit in the darkness with the blindfold on, noise canceling headphones, and your spirit box that actually works. Because this spirit box is not the one that came in this new kit, the new Estes kit from the Ghost Shop, right there, or Ghost Stop. And this one doesn't scan the way I want it to. It's great. It's a nice piece, but it doesn't do what I wanted it to do. So I was disappointed when it came in the kit, and I couldn't use it right off the bat. But now we've got this one here, that does what I want it to do, and this is what it does, and I will demonstrate yet again. Let me turn this down. Yeah, hold on. And then you start asking questions like, "Are you here with us now?" But as you see, it's scanning milliseconds. So if any intelligence comes through here, then it is by spirit alone. But that's how a spirit box is supposed to work, just like you see on the TV shows and things of that nature. Which that one, unfortunately, is the almost same build as this one. It just does not have that scan feature that milliseconds through. And if a word does pop up, that's why you have the noise canceling headphones so that you can catch any words that come through. Then you have that, you know that the spirits are answering you via that. And that's why you have multiple of the cat balls as well, so that you can have them set up in different places. But you also want to check the buoyancy of things um, to make sure that a floorboard isn't loose uh, along the way. That's going to set one of these off whenever you walk across the floor. All that kind of stuff. That's why I set them off, and then I set them on the table because I know that I can touch the table anywhere. Once it goes off, I'll prove my point. And done. All right. See down here, I'm tapping the table, and you can see my phone moving because that's how hard I'm tapping the table. Nothing's happening there. But I pick it up or move it, and it goes off. So they aren't as 100% sensitive as everybody says they are, but they are very sensitive. So that's why you get several of these and you set them off in different places and set them up in different places so that if anything does touch one of these, it's not you, you know. So I've got 8 of these now to set up in different places. Like I said, we're going to be doing some ghost hunting and things of that nature, hopefully soon. And we're going to, try and do all kinds of cool stuff with it and hopefully get some good captures for everybody. Just because, you want those proven evidences, just like the voice phenomenon that 1 minute 8 seconds into this recording that night, we got that great EVP, you know, that said, "Wait, come back, come back," and it was just very cool because it was right up by the mic, and it was just like speaking into the mic, and it wasn't you could tell Nuke's top 5 was going on in the background, and it was muffled. I did pick up a carrying case, which is still out in my truck. We went to a place called Savers here in town, and they happened to have basically a tablet case, and I'm going to convert it into a ghost case to carry all of our ghost equipment in as well. Um, we did pick up a restriction today. Thank you, TikTok, for not allowing artists to promote themselves unless they're going through your TikTok shop. Um, that's the only downfall I hate about this. Anytime I talk about getting where you can get artwork, my artwork, they put up the restriction, um, and that's TikTok's downfall. Apparently, there's another app out there called Epic or something like that gives you a little bit more freedom to talk about stuff like that. I haven't checked it out yet, but I might. But I still enjoy TikTok here. I almost said TikTok shop, but they do put in way too many restrictions on shit. So, and it's just like it gets old after a while. And I'm not the only one that talks about it. I know a lot of people that talk about it on their shows or a live or or a video that they post and things like that. And so it's just like, so I know I'm not the only one that gets a restriction. Um, and it's just like it does get old after a while. having to try to appeal a restriction on your own live show when they know exactly. And then whenever you post a video of, like my videos of all of the artwork and stuff like that of the shirts that are available, they're like, you didn't put a disclaimer in there telling people that this, that, or the other. It's just like, up yours, you know. This is my artwork. You guys can fuck straight off and have a nice day, you know. But it's neither here nor there. With it, I'll still continue to use it. I've got 2 packages coming in for new merchandise, which will show once they get here. Let's see what else we got going on. Dun, dun, dun. I'm trying to see if there's anything cool or new happening. I do have more packages coming in again of artwork and shirts and things like that. I will have some Aussie prints coming in, 16 by 20 canvases. So we'll look at those when they come in. I've already got one of those sold. Um, so, I'm looking forward to more of those coming in and getting sold. Now, I can also do what's called a metal print as well. I'm going to try and avoid like the 5x7s or 8x10s or stuff like that and go with the 11x17s and stuff like that. But when it comes to those, because 11x17 is the great size when it comes to artwork. And that's what people tend to buy more of whenever it comes to conventions and things like that, because they have a portfolio that they carry around. Some people do, and they put it inside of those pages for the portfolio. And I get that 100%. So 19.4 thousand likes for a restricted um, page. That's pretty good. So I appreciate that, folks. Again, those of you that are here or that have stopped in, don't forget to like, share, and follow. And that will bring more viewership in while we're in the restriction, thanks to TikTok and them not liking me saying buy my artwork outside of the TikTok shop. Hit me up in DMs, all right? Because they want their cut and fuck them. That's my social take on them. Excuse me. Um, I'm not seeing anything cool. I'm just looking, see if there's anything cool or, that type of stuff as I'm going through my emails and stuff like that. And I'm not seeing anything very, very cool. Which one is this one? Which one is this? Is this my Aussie stuff? Yes. This is my new Aussie stuff coming in. I did get myself a hoodie this time with Aussie on the back. So that's going to be cool when it does come in. And then my other order is also on the way. It's got some of the stuff on it, like Raven in there, plus Mitsuri and Inosuke and Gambit and Bishop. And then Roy, I know you're not here, but your shirt's coming in, so I need your money. Which is this shirt he ordered right here. It's kind of like the whole smiling art thing right here. I want the one with the lightsaber. Okay, dumbass. They both have a lightsaber. Darth Vader has a lightsaber in both of the ones that I showed you. Oh, it's quite cute. All right. Boom, boom, boom. And again, he's not over here to defend himself with his mayo jar in hand. So, oh, people crack me up on the Facebook and stuff. So, how's everybody doing? Seriously, how are we doing out there in the world of life? I'm trying to manage it. You know, uh, like I said before, when you have a hot water tank go out and you have to buy a new one, That kind of sucks. And but we have hot water again. It didn't take long to put it in. It never does. Um, just because I know how to do that shit. Even if it was gas, I would still know how to hook it up. Just life lessons. That's not my first one. Not my first rodeo to go through. You know, and you know, it's all about how you roll with the punches that life throws at you. You know, it's like Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. And it's true. You know, you get punched in the face a lot in life. And it's how you roll with it, how you deal with it, you know. Yeah, I could have let it get me down. And yeah, I'd been leaking for a little while. I don't know how long a little while is. But I'm just glad it didn't fall and break everything and have water just spewing everywhere at that point in time, you know. But we got it taken care of. Um, and now it's just dealing with the aftermath of having to shell out $500,000 for a hot water tank. You know, that's a joke, folks. That's a joke. The tariffs didn't hit that hard. No, luckily, hot water tanks aren't too expensive, but most people don't carry used ones for the most part, especially with the electric ones. So it's just difficult to find one that you really want. We picked up a 40-gallon from Home Depot, and it was a relatively good price. Uh, so, and then we got all the legalities with it, the pan that goes underneath the drip pan and all that stuff. And just so that in case it does leak, which it should not, then you know it has a place for it to drip into instead of on your wood. You know. But hopefully you all are doing great out there. Hopefully you are going to have a great time. And just some of the stuff on Facebook is killing me this morning, so I apologize. But no, lots of artwork still coming, still going out the door. Like I said, this memorial piece is almost ready to walk out the door, and then I'm going to be working on a huge 18 by 24 3 character piece with a lot of baddies coming at those people, and it is going to be cool. Uh, and I'm looking forward to some of this new stuff that's getting ready to happen. It's overdue on some of this stuff to get off the table and out the door. Just because it's an older commission, and so there you go. But I hope you all have a great day. Like I said, I've got a video appointment here in a little while, in a couple hours actually, for my therapist. Wish me luck. I don't need luck. I just got to fill out their paperwork. But I do appreciate each and everybody being here, even though we hit with a restriction this morning, as I knew we would, talking about getting my artwork outside of the TikTok shop. Come get some. But I love each and every one of you guys out there. Much appreciated. Thanks for stopping in, checking out the channel. Again, I am Monty Anderson, your host here at 412 Productions, the art of Monty Anderson. Don't forget to get some cool artwork, some cool shirts, shirts, all that good stuff. And as I like to say, as I leave you guys, we will catch you on the flip side. Have a good day, everybody.